Yo, 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 what is up, you guys? It's your boy 3 Stacks in this thing, baby. And today, I'm going to be showcasing the greatest 3-card combo in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! The end results of this combo are nearly so one-sided that if this is not game 2 or 3 and you don't have a side deck spear mode, you're literally not going to be able to win the game. You will not be able to special summon. You'll be limited to only a normal summon. You will not be able to activate any card effects, and you're going to be starting the duel with 4 cards in your hand. There's so much layers of disruption. It's actually insane. Done off of 3 cards. And it's going to beat everything that's in the meta currently as it stands, and even more powerful decks in the past. All I can see playing with this deck is probably vanilla beatdown. Like, that's the only thing that's going to be able to keep up with this combo. Because if you just, like, normal summoning normal monsters with no effects and activating nothing, like, you'll do fine. But this combo is actually insane. And it can only be done with the greatest deck in the history of all time. Herald of Perfection. This combo is actually going to complete in a completely different U-Link board. One that has never even been seen before or done before. Because you're going to add 2 extra monsters to this extra link board that no other deck can actually create except for Herald of Perfection himself. So as you can already imagine, you're going to have pretty much 4 negates. Your opponent has 4 cards in their hand. You're going to have 4 negates. So that means you can negate every card in their hand. Oh, and on top of that, they can't special summon. Oh, yeah, and on top of that, I already extra link you. Oh, yeah, and on top of that, Gumball, I ripped 2 cards out of your hand. So, yeah, good luck. So, we're going to do this combo. I really love this deck. I'm very passionate about it. I played Herald since Herald was created. I played it from the start. Nobody's played it longer than me because you can't play it longer than me because I've played it since it started. So you can play the exact same amount of time as me, but nobody's played the deck longer than me. I have 103 builds for this deck, so if you're interested in a profile after this, I have literally 102 other profiles that you can look at. I have tons of combos, tons of test hands with all my different variations. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this combo. With 3 cards, you're going to do a lot. So we're going to start off by normal summoning Gildobra in column number 2. You are going to pay a lot of life points with this build, with this combo. But you have to keep in mind, if a spell card said pay 7,999.99 life points to win the duel, who wouldn't play it? It doesn't matter what the cost is. If I can win, I'm just going to do what I have to do. That's why cards like Destrudo and Red Reboot are still insane. Because if you're winning the duel, it doesn't matter. So we're going to pay 3,000 twice. And we're going to search specifically Dawn of the Herald and Cyber Angel Benton. For the sake of this video, because new subscribers or new people to the channel might be watching, I'm not going to call my cards by the nicknames that I normally address them by. So I'm just going to call them by their actual names for once in my life. Now we're going to activate Pre-Preparation of Rites in column number 1. We are going to be searching off of that Dawn of the Herald. Oh, why is my Seraphonite in my main deck? Dawn of the Herald and also Herald of Perfection. Now at this point, you're going to go ahead and Ritual Summon for Herald. Now in this deck, with this build that I have, resolving Benton's effect, meaning Ritual Summoning Herald, the end result is always going to be a U-Link board, which is actually insane. So it's way more consistent than Goki and Dark Warrior because the Herald of Perfection archetype itself, if you see my builds, the only combo piece, the only card in my deck that's not a combo piece is Archlord Christia. Literally, every other card in my deck is all cards that either search Herald or Herald itself. And in this build, it's a little different because I'm playing more engines, but you still have 3/4 of your deck that are all combo pieces for Herald. So yeah, it's super consistent. So anyways, we're summoning Herald in column number 5 by tributing Cyber Angel Benton. Now, because you are a turn player and you do have what's known as turn player priority and you have multiple spell speed 1 effects occurring simultaneously, you can actually declare and organize the resolution of this chain link because you have priority. So now we're going to go Dawn, chain link 2, banish yourself for cost to add Benton back, and chain link 1 Benton is going to search any light fairy. You're obviously going to search the Angel of Creation, Venus. It's pretty broken, not going to lie. Now we're going to go ahead and play Brilliant Fusion. It doesn't matter what column you played it in, but I just played in column number 1. So we're going to go ahead and drop Seraphonite. We're going to be sending Tourmaline. It could be any Gem Knight monster, but one thing that you're going to need for this combo is in your list, you're going to have to play Crystal Rose. You're going to see why in a minute. I play some kooky card choices, but it's just like I'm very inventive, and whenever I figure out a way to do something, even if I have to play a card that I don't like playing, I will play it. You know, it's kind of like when you're playing the Predaplant engine and you have that Cobra that you don't want to draw. So yeah, it's pretty good though. So now that we've summoned Seraphonite, we're going to go ahead and commit to our second normal summon, being Venus. Now we're going to activate her effect. And for right now, we're going to get out 2 Shine Balls. But we will get out the other one. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go Seraphonite and Shine Ball into my homeboy right here, this gangsta dinosaur, Thugnificent, Thug Life, Reproductus. We're going to activate this effect and target Geldagra. And what's really awesome about this combo also is the whole combo sequence, this man is sitting here ready to negate anything that you throw at him. Any disruption, any hand trap, anything like that. You have the ultimate Call by the Grave. The ultimate Call by the Grave. So yeah, food for thought. So now we're going to go ahead and go into Summon Sorceress. And if they want to Ogre Summon Sorceress, you negate it. If they want to Impermanence or Veiler Summon Sorceress, you negate it. So they're not going to be able to stop you. Once you establish Herald for this combo, it is literally invincible. You cannot do anything to stop the combo. It's crazy. So yeah, anyways. So Summon Sorceress is out. Now we're going to resolve Venus's effect again. Get that final Shine Ball. And now we're going to use Summon Source to target Venus. And Venus is a light fairy, so you're obviously going to be summoning a light fairy from your deck. It does not matter that its effects are negated because it has a graveyard effect that's extremely relevant. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to transform Venus and Eva into a Nightmare Cerberus. Now the effect of Eva is going to resolve because it was sent from the field to the grave. And for the cost of Eva's effect, you're going to banish 2 fairies from your grave, which I'm going to banish both the Herald of Arclights. And now I'm going to search 2 level 2 or lower fairies that have different names. Now, for this list also, you're going to see a lot of text, a lot of cards that are not naturally played in really a lot of Herald lists, if any at all. But for this particular combo, you're going to have to play them. And I'm playing Lilybell. She is a light fairy. She has great synergy and interactions with this deck outside of just this particular combo. Really good card. But now that she's been added, you can actually special summon her because that's her effect. All right, now that we've done that, we're going to go ahead and bring out the GOAT right here. We're going to bring out Firewall Dragon. People hate the card. It's okay. It's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Don't be mad at cardboard, you guys. All right, so now that we've got Firewall out, what we're going to go ahead and do is do something strange. We're going to link with Herald and Lilybell. That's why I prefer to work on the right side of the board so that I can still have some form of protection while I do this little step in between the combo to protect the Firewall somewhat. The Proxy and the Cerberus. It's not infinite protection, but it's something while I'm working on this sequence because I'm going to get Herald back out and put the protection on my board back. But for right now, I have to work with what I've got, you know. So that's why I highly recommend you work from the right side of the board so that you have some form of protection in this small interval where Herald is not available to protect you from hand traps. And now we're going to turn this Shine Ball. Notice how every step matters. I didn't link with this Shine Ball. You have to leave one. Turn the Shine Ball into a Link Spider. Okay? And actually, there's one little step that I missed, which is actually going to be the order in which I Link Summon. So what I'm going to do is turn the Shine Ball into Link Spider first. Okay? And then I'm going to turn the Lilybell and the Herald into Proxy Dragon. Now that will be triggering Firewall. So what's going to happen is Firewall's effect is attempting to special summon. You have a legitimate, valid, legal target that can be special summoned through his effect. So you're going to go ahead and chain his effect. And he's co-linked by 3. So you're going to get a ton of advantage off of this play in general. You're going to add Eva. You're going to add a Shine Ball. And you're going to add Herald of Perfection. And in fact, instead of Shine Ball, I'm just going to add Lilybell so I can have an effect monster. And it's really important no matter what, the 2 that you need to get is Eva and Herald. Because if you notice, we have Dawn and Benton. So now we can summon Herald back out and get the protection for our board again. Now that we've resolved that, Firewall's effect is special is triggering. So we're going to bring out Cyber Angel, Petite Angel. His effect, or her, whichever it is, if summoned, actually is going to grab us a Cyber Angel monster or a Machine Angel ritual spell. So we're going to go ahead and grab Benton from our deck. Just free pluses. Why not, you know? So it's a 3-card combo, but we currently have 6 cards in hand. It's pretty insane, and it's not even over. It's just going to keep getting better. So now what we're going to do is we're going to activate Dawn, and we're going to go ahead and tribute our Benton, and we are going to summon our Herald. In fact, we're not going to summon him just yet. Now that I realize we're going to summon him, but we're going to do it just a little bit later. So what we're going to go ahead and do next is we're going to take this Cerberus and this Proxy Dragon, and we're going to turn them into a Gumblar Dragon, which will trigger Firewall's effect to special summon from hand. And what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to special summon that Lilybell. Now we're going to use Lilybell and Cyber Petite Angel to go into Phoenix. Firewall's effect will trigger because Lilybell was summoned in this zone. So you're going to go ahead and special summon that Eva out your hand. And next up, what you're going to do is you're going to activate your Dawn of the Herald, Tribute Benton to summon Herald of Perfection, the man himself, banish this and add her back. And then you're going to search Arc Lord Christia. The next thing you're going to do for the combo sequence, and it's coming to an end, is turn Eva, which is a level 1 monster, into your Link Kuriboh, which will finish off the extra Link board. And that will be triggering Firewall's effect to special your Christia. Now, the cool thing is this is totally self-contained. You don't need any other random cards. Like, you know, some combos are like, oh, and you, as long as you have this in your hand, plus, no, bro, it's just the 3 cards that I told you about. But just a fun fact, just so you know, if you have an other monster that you're willing to summon, like a Star Seraph, for example, you can go ahead and summon that out Firewall, and then you can go into your Cerberus just for the extra protection. But Herald is the ultimate protection, so in my mind, I don't need Cerberus. I have the ultimate protection. So we're going to go ahead and trigger Firewall because Eva pointed to him, and it was sent from the field to the grave, and summon out our Christia. And now we're going to activate Topologic Gumblar's effect to rip 2 out their hand. We do not have to discard because it is extra linked. This is a U board. So your ending board is really powerful because Christia is floodgating them from special summoning. They can't go into their extra deck. And also Link Kuriboh is immense protection because that attack negation is really imperative because your life points are low. All they can do is normal summon, but all it would take is a normal summon to kill you, which is why Link Kuriboh is extremely imperative in this combo. And it just really makes a huge difference that you have that 1 attack negate because they can't get out another monster because they can't special summon, which is insane. And the reason why you normally end with 3 to 4 negates is because you have 2 other random cards in your hand. As long as they're fairies, you have more negates, but you're guaranteed at the end of this combo to end with 2 negates. Guaranteed. That's better than Trigate Wizard. Now they have 2 cards ripped out their hand. You still have 2 negates. So they're basically playing with 2 cards when you think of it. If the other 2 cards in your hand are not fairies, and they're highly likely to be fairies, because that's just how this deck works if you did not know how Herald of Perfection functions or operates. So you have bare minimum 2 negates. That's why I like the Gumblar to rip 2 more, because I'm not going to be able to end with 5 to 6 negates. I can only end with these. If I have, like, for example, another draw power spell, like a Pot of Desires, for example, then you can go ahead and activate your pot and draw 2 and pray to God that there are more fairies. But your opponent's basically working with 2 cards to break this board. So this is a guaranteed win in game 1, but game 2 and 3 are a different story because sideboards exist, and Herald is really powerful, and this board's powerful, but it can still lose to a Spear mode, which is probably the only way they're going to break the board, honestly. So yeah, you guys can let me know what you think of this 3-card combo. In my opinion, currently as it stands, there is no deck in the meta that can actually create a board like this. Gokis can't do this. Dark Warriors cannot do this. Dangers can't do this. Sky Sharkers can't do this. Thunder Dragons can't do this. Altar Guys can't do this. Not even Mermels can do this. And even full power Dragon Rulers could not do this. What is it called? There was a time when there was a Pepe format. Pepe's could have done something kind of like this, but they still couldn't go take it to this degree. So there's actually, and especially because of Master Rule 4 and because we're in Link format, there really was no deck in the past that could even do something like this. So this is the greatest combo, the greatest 3-card combo, like I said, just because you're winning the duel, but not in a cheesy way. So that's why I say it's the greatest, because FTKs are very disrespectful, as well as like complete 6-card hand loops. So I understand that a 6-card hand loop and an FTK are a guaranteed win, but they're not as honorable. This I feel is honorable because there is still a way for your opponent to win. But if they get FTK'd and they get hand looped, they can't play with no cards. And they obviously can't play if their life points hit 0. So I find that, yeah, in my opinion, this really is the greatest 3-card combo in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because there were no decks that can do this in the past. And to this day, there's still no deck that can do this. this and this included. You see what I'm saying? The entire board, all 7 of these incredible monsters. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I hope this inspires you to actually try Herald of Perfection, because I've been preaching about this deck for like 8 years, saying for like 8 years in a row that this deck is like the greatest deck of all time, even before it got better and better and better, because this deck has actually received a lot of great support. The first glimmer of hope for a bright future for this deck was when the Cyber Angel archetype was revealed, and we got Ritual Sanctuary and Benton. After that, we ended up getting Honest went to 2, Prep went to 2, then Honest went to 3, Prep went to 3, and then we got Celestial Observatory, then we got the Incantation monsters, then we got Extra Foolish Burial, and then we got Eva. We got all these monsters, like in Petite Angel. It's like this deck just continues to get better and better and better. And we got Lily Bell. Like this deck has just continued to get better and better and better and better over the course of time. Like, you know how some decks get power crept? Herald does not get power crept. If you actually think of the timeline and its inception in the game and how long it's existed, it's actually advanced and progressed to become a much more dominant force, and it's gotten to this point. This is Cancer, I'm not gonna lie, but it's honorable Cancer. It's not the end all be all. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. God bless you. Make good choices. Don't hurt your brain cells. Stay tuned for future content and check out my Herald of Perfection deck profiles. In particularly, I plan on uploading the profile for this, the test hands, and the combos to prove that this deck can do stuff like this consistently. I have multiple test hand videos, and there's 3 of them to be exact, and every single test hand and every single video always ended on an extra link, just to prove that there is no exaggeration, there's no lies, there's no overhyping, that the deck actually can do what I say it can do, because I speak from what? Experience. So God bless you guys. Have a beautiful day. I hope you enjoy your days. Make good choices. Don't hurt your brain cells. Don't do drugs, and don't join the gang. Stay positive, you guys. Peace.